First, a somber day of remembrance marking 1 year since the brutal October 7th terror attack on Israel.
More than 1,200 people killed in the attacks by Hamas that day. 250 people were taken hostage, more than 100 of whom are still missing, including at least 7 Americans.
The fallout of that October 7th attack igniting a war in Gaza. Entire communities now left unrecognizable. Thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5 on this Monday. I'm Jessica Porter.
And I'm Jason Grenauer. The Palestinian Ministry of Health says more than 41,000 people have been killed in Gaza, and the war has displaced nearly the entire population of Gaza.
Today, hundreds of people across Colorado walked out of schools and businesses calling for an end to the conflict. Denver 7's Claire Lavazorio was live outside Denver's Union Station.
And Claire, that was ground zero for the protest this afternoon as thousands gathered to voice their frustration with the ongoing conflict.
That's right, Jason and Jessica. A large group of pro-Palestinian protesters gathering right here outside of Denver's Union Station before shutting down nearby streets. Many skipping out of work and school today, marking 1 year since the start of the Israel-Hamas War. But they're wanting to make sure that their voices are heard, and hundreds turned out here outside of Denver's Union Station. And they wanted to make sure that their message was not lost. With signs and chants, protesters made their way down Wine Coop as police had several barricades set up around this planned protest, many demanding the U.S. ends any sort of funding to Israel as the war continues to rage on. And police with riot gear actually blocking the entrances to Union Station today. But many we talked to say they're marching the streets to draw attention to the ongoing conflict while holding on to hope for a free Palestine in the future.
We're demanding an arms embargo, an end to the genocide, an end to Israel's occupation, and an end to this impending regional war that Israel is going to draw the rest of the region into.
I'm choosing to rest on hope and kind of use my collective power, action in the streets to bring forward change.
Overall, this was a peaceful protest. The crowd gathering back here at Union Station and dispersing by about 3 o'clock tonight at 6. We'll have more on the message that those want to share coming from those front lines. I am live outside of Union Station. Claire Lavazorio, Denver 7.
All right, Claire, thank you.
Colorado lawmakers also marking 1 year since the gruesome October 7th Hamas terror attack on Israel. U.S. Senator Michael Bennet releasing a statement saying, quote, as the families of Hamas hostages continue to call for an agreement to free their loved ones and secure a mutual ceasefire in Gaza, the U.S. must continue leading efforts to achieve such a deal. Bennett adding, quote, these diplomatic efforts are essential. Indeed, they are the only way to bring lasting peace and prosperity to the region, end quote.
For the families of those killed or taken hostage on October 7th, it has been a year of pain and frustration as more than 100 hostages are still being held by Hamas. October 7th was the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust in World War II. Jewish leaders we spoke to today say protests and demonstrations on the streets of Denver and elsewhere around the world on this anniversary of the attack are completely out of line and sending the wrong message.
There were people shouting, Israel should be gone, in the streets. That's not a message of peace. That's not a message of unity. That's a message that Jews should leave, and probably forcibly, from those communities.
So what we hope for is a sense that needless violence stops, needless terrorism stops, and that we can all move forward in the spirit of peace that we wish for.
Despite ongoing calls for a ceasefire, the Israeli military says multiple projectiles were fired from Lebanon into Israel just today, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to continue to fight.
And digging deeper, as the war in Gaza rages on, Israel is fighting a new war against Hezbollah. This recent video showing a residential building in northern Israel damaged by Hezbollah rockets. The group, like Hamas, is backed by Iran and began attacking Israel last month, threatening to drag the region into a far more dangerous conflict. We're speaking with a political science expert about where the war goes from here. We hope you'll join us for that live interview tonight on Denver 7 News at 6.